Good evening, folks. Red County Blue Nation, Westcliff, Colorado, great state of Americans. Stephen Rourke, James McMahon, Michael Boring. Jimmy, how are you this evening, buddy?
We're doing good. We're getting some rain, and garden's growing well. Cows giving a bunch of milk. Got plenty of work going on, and yeah, I think we're doing okay. So far, so good. So yourself?
Well, as far as the rain goes, I mean, we've been catching some rain, but boy, it hadn't made a change much on the grass. It needs to. I mean, as much rain as around, it hasn't really. It's just so darn spotty. It'll rain really good at one place, and then everybody else don't get nothing. So
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's
Very
like,
spotty.
"It's raining! Oh my God! It's rained so much!" It's like, not really, right? So.
Some places is getting a lot, and some places is barely getting a sprinkle.
Yeah.
And that sprinkle don't do nothing.
No, it's.
If you can't get down there in an inch or so, a good 2 or 3 hour rain.
It's better than a jab in the eye with a sharp stick, but I mean,
Absolutely.
we're not back to lush conditions by
Nope,
any means.
Nope, not at all. No, a lot of that stuff's already burnt up. Too late for it.
Oh yeah, it'll have to. It's basically like starting all over. Yeah. No, but besides that, everything's got a lot of business endeavors that's keeping me pretty busy, and funerals and
Just life.
just a lot of stuff going on, and
Yeah, life is busy, man, I tell you.
thinking I can't keep up like 30 years ago, man. Getting old and weak and fat.
Well, that's the name of the game. Get lean, be mean, keep her going. Because it's easy. It's pretty easy to get complacent, when you start getting a little overweight and maybe your health ain't as good as it was. And I know I'm watching it. I'm like, no, hang on. If you ain't got your health, you really don't have much. So health has got to be number one. So hopefully we'll be getting some stuff out of the garden here pretty soon. We got some cabbage already. Got a little bit of carrots. Got some potatoes. Some horseradish.
Yeah, I was checking out my carrots and beets. I still got carrots and beets that are in good shape from last year.
No, I know, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. So yeah, heck yeah.
More food than 10 people could eat, but
Well, and one big deal too, I think something in the news is cattle prices and beef prices. Lowest inventory, I think they said in 50 or 70 years.
yeah, I was talking about that. I don't know who's saying that, but it doesn't make sense to me. But what the hell do I know? I mean, it's not like they all flew to Mars.
No, the drought.
I know, but I mean, it's been happening forever, right? They just don't all die.
No, they just go get butchered.
Well, a lot of them just get sold and go to another ranch.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
they don't just butcher them all, right? I mean,
No, I mean, it's something to look into, but they're just about ready to declare a national emergency on the beef. So I don't know how real that is. Maybe it's just poppycock, but a lot of stuff comes from South America.
when it always has. That's why
Yeah, so now the Darien Gap and that whole area is getting
supply and demand.
right. So they're
Well-
shutting it down. They're not. It can't come into.
But the thing is the Darien Gap, right? It ain't like they're on a cattle drive. They just load the shit on that's already processed and frozen, and they load it on cargo ships in Brazil, and it sails up here. It don't go through the Darien Gap.
Yeah,
Yeah, there ain't none of that travels by truck. It's too far.
yeah,
They put it on ships.
yeah. But they shut down the Mexican border again. So.
But all that, I mean, I don't know. They lie about every other thing, so I don't know why they wouldn't be lying about that. So.
Right. Hard to say, but anyways.
No, it's a good time to have a good cow herd. No question about that.
Yeah, burrs. But I think there was some pretty heavy culling that took place during the drought. And then the price of cattle on the hoof so high, doesn't pay cattle ranchers to hang on to them too much.
Well, that all goes back down to it's supply and demand. I mean, they can only, obviously, they didn't just liquidate them all, or the price would drop. You know what I mean? If
No, the liquidation's been going on for 20 years. 20 years of drought.
Yeah, if there's a huge liquidation of them, that's what drives the price down.
Right, yeah. Absolutely. But
So yeah, I mean, that's definitely epic times to be alive.
see a 1,000-pound steer going for $3 a pound is pretty impressive.
And for me, it's like, it was about time that it caught up, right? I mean,
Oh, no, same here. Oh, yeah.
when you look at the relationship of what everything else costs, it's,
Yeah. No, it's just catching up.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what the old man always talked about. America has a cheap food policy. Food is cheaper here than anywhere else in the world,
Yeah.
and they do that on purpose.
Yepers.
But at some point,
It's going to correct.
yeah, it has to correct. I mean, everything seeks its level.
Heck yeah. Anyways.
So yeah, with that being said, hopefully the correcting the level, hopefully our former, what would he have been, the 44th president?
Obama? Yeah, I think he was 44, huh?
Yeah. Well, it sounds like that sounds like they got his ass. I guess we'll see. I mean, they definitely got a lot of proof on him now. Comey, Clapper, Brennan, Hillary, Obama.
The whole Russiagate thing and the whole thing to try to keep Trump from gaining some ground.
What I was looking at the other night, they've been doing that since 2013. So it didn't just start when Trump.
No, they were absolutely weaponizing and.
But my whole thing is like what we were talking about and we've been talking about. I'm skeptical, personally. Obama has a lot of presidential immunity. That's what somebody was talking about the other night that I was listening to it with Clapper and Brennan and Comey. They're going to just say, well, the president told us to. And I mean, it's really hard to get around that. I mean, it can be done. I mean, if these guys are as wicked as we know they are, and
it comes down to
we're going to have to find the right judge. That's what, in my opinion, it's going to take the right judicial people. Otherwise, nothing's going to happen to them.
No, there'd be a lot of money spent on getting the case going and getting it established, and then nothing happens. You know, they're really busy doing a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah, and there's so much deception there. You know, maybe not deception is the right word, but right. You know, it's psyops, right? You look over here while this is going on, and that's a lot of what the Epstein deal is. I mean, I don't know. I got my fingers crossed, but I'm also super skeptical that they'll get anything done. They've never gotten anything done with them yet.
Pretty much a stalemate. Seemed like just a whole bunch of talking and no real getting stuff done.
But I mean, the good thing is it's that Tulsi's after him instead of Bondi. You know, Pam Bondi was after him. Which anybody she's ever after. Hell, ain't nobody getting in trouble. Ain't nobody. We talked about that last week. Hell, they ain't doing shit.
Yeah, you know, being in the trenches and knowing the real intimate parts of some of that. I mean, that Epstein thing, I could see the sensitivity on not just, here you go, everybody, are you happy now? And then you blow the case, you know. You completely destroy, you know, a case that's being built. And I don't know. I think I got a little bit more hope in what's going on. Because the one thing you don't want to do is jeopardize any part of the case. And,
Well, in my
I don't
opinion,
know. Who knows?
if you got them by the short hair, what are you going to jeopardize? That's where I'm at.
I guess so. My deal is, and like you were just saying, it's going to have to go in front of the right judge. So when that happens, then we might have a chance.
Without that,
Other than they could be just as guilty, overwhelming evidence, and there's still no consequences.
well, it's just like what they did to Trump, right? He had all the evidence, just what they did to Alex Jones. Have all the evidence, and they won't even let you present the evidence.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So
that, I mean-
somewhere along the line, there's there's some kind of stone wall there. There's something that's going on that keeps justice from
We know what
flourishing.
we know what it is. It's treason. I mean, that's ultimately what it is. It's treason. It's treasonous to the United States of America.
Well, no, that's definitely the crime. But what I was going with is there's some power that's stopping it from happening. There's some stronghold on that dark side that doesn't allow justice. Somewhere along the line, there's something.
That's how it.
The
That's
deep state has got such a stronghold where
that
freedom can't reign and justice can't come.
That
And that's the problem.
Yeah, that just lets you know how bad it really is.
Yeah, and then that's what I was looking at. I was like, man, these guys got a heck of a mess that they got on their hands, and how do you start unraveling all of it? And how do you line item it?
And we know how it's simple. Same way they'd ravel your ass if they wanted to.
Except I don't have something that could be so detrimental. If you do that, this is what I'm going to do, so don't do that. See, and that's where I'm saying they've got such a stronghold and leverage over the people that are trying to do something right.
So that's what I'm saying. There's no, well, we got to try to figure it out and this and that. They just ain't fucking doing it. Excuse my language,
No.
but that's what I've been saying all along. There is no results.
Right. So to me, there has to be something that's so overwhelmingly powerful on that dark side. They can't do it.
Who knows, man? I mean,
I don't know. I have no idea.
hell, your kids are at stake, the whole 9 yards.
Well, there you go.
That's
what I'm
one of
saying.
them. So is it like, well, you're going to try to save your own self and your kids and let all of humanity burn?
Well, there you go.
So basically, they're burning anyhow. So
Cabal. So it's I don't know. I don't know where it's all at. Hopefully, we're going to get some results somewhere along the line.
that's why, I mean, I've kind of shifted gears. I mean, we still do what we can do and try to find the interesting topics, but shit, at the end of the day, man, I'm try to beat them at their own game, which means get out of poverty. And I mean, that's as bad as a guy hates to say it. Money pretty much fixes everything.
Yeah, there you go.
It does. If you use
really does.
It's like the ultimate tool. If you use it right, it'll fix anything.
Right.
I mean, if you're on your deathbed is a different story, but I mean, still then, I mean, there's some stuff that if a guy does it right, you can sure save yourself.
Well, you got to increase your odds. You got to do everything you can. Exactly. I try to look at the 1880, be the 1880 guy, but also be the guy in the now. And how do you keep the milk cow and the beef and the garden, as well as excel?
Have you?
You know what I mean?
It's a little bit off topic, but it made me think. Have you watched the Yellowstone? Have you watched that?
I was told I can't watch it.
By who?
Several people. Jimmy, you don't need to watch that. You're already pretty influential. So, you could put you right over. Yeah, the one with...
It's entertainment's what I'm talking about.
It is, but I'm telling you, it's
So
also
there's
real stuff.
And that's the thing. It's where I was going with that is they have the precursor to it. I mean, the Yellowstone one is... Oh, it is what it is. It's Chinese, right? I mean, the Chinese own it. A lot of people try to argue, but I know that's the case.
Sure.
But they have the 1883, I think, or 1886, and that was like a 10 show series that how they originally started getting to that, and then they have a 1923 version, and that's the one I really like because, I mean, they're killing each other over sheep and cattle. The sheep herders versus the cattle herders are shooting each other over the land wars and stuff. It's pretty interesting stuff, man.
Absolutely.
Pretty entertaining.
Well, I mean, it's where real stuff gets real when the fake stuff goes away, whether it's fiat, crypto, whatever. Things that, we trade with every day, but at the end of the day, it really has no real value.
What I like about it is it's almost a glimpse of what history was like. And 'cause
Absolutely.
there's very little history in today's world now. I mean, if you go to school, I learned more off the History Channel than I ever learned in school about history. His was so boring, and now it's like history is one of my favorite things. My
Absolutely.
Richard Grove, right?
Yeah, historian.
Forensic historian. Yeah, I mean, it's like, damn, that was way cool. I was watching. That's what I was watching. They called it Hitler's Bodyguard, and talking about how the SS was started and all this stuff. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I believe in that or that I want to be a part of that, but it's very, very interesting to me to see how it unfolded. And I mean, it's pretty real because they got the pictures and the black and white movies that they put color to and stuff, right? I mean, they show you all the faces of all the guys, and so his main bodyguard was cross-eyed forever, and he got kicked out 2 or 3 times because he drank too much. It's pretty interesting stuff.
Takes all kinds.
And they fought against each other, the SA and the SS. And I mean, when you learn about it growing up, they never tell you the turmoil within on the ground, what happened in history, right? I didn't learn any of that.
Well, that's the downfall of where we're at, is not really being truthful about history.
When they don't
and how down and dirty and how raw and how
they don't want you to know where you. I mean, that's what Marley said. If you don't know where you came from, you don't know where you're going.
well, and there again, you lose your identity, and that's why tearing down statues and not, that's such a derelict thing. Trying to erase the past because your present is you're trying to be something you're really not. Erase your past, you can't. Your past is part of you, whether it's a country or a family or yourself. It's part of the growing part, and it's really vital because that shows you incrementally how you grew and matured and got to where you're at now, civilly. But a lot of people want to just discard that. I mean, tearing down statues and, I mean, really? I mean, how asinine is that kind of stuff?
Right. I mean, that's what. Well, it's a relic, in my opinion. Right? It's a relic of history, whether it's
good, bad, or indifferent.
Right.
It's all part of it.
And I mean, you got to have a preconceived concept in your mind to want to do that in the first place. And that's what it is. Like, if you just look at history, how can you, well, for instance, like if you went and seen the Holocaust Museum, like just because that I happened to look at the Holocaust Museum doesn't mean that I'm part of that. Or that I did anything part of that. I didn't. That's not. I didn't do. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I didn't do none of this. Didn't do it. Not my fault. Not my game. Not my gig. It ain't none of that. I didn't do none of this.
Right.
I didn't burn the brakes off the new wood chipper.
You didn't endorse buying the new wood chipper.
Whatever. You just want to say Billy Bob Biden.
Billy Bob Biden. No, that circus is full of a bunch of monkeys there. That thing is outrageous. Anyways, it's all good. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, trying to get people to justice and consequences for their wrongdoing, trying to undermine this country at that level.
Well, and that's what we talked about a long time back, right? Is there was no consequences for lying.
Well, and that's the deal. Unless there's a public outcry and a demand for justice about this Obamagate, I mean the whole thing. If there's not a severe public outcry and a lot of public pressure put on them to bring those people to justice, who really were undermining the republic.
Totally.
I mean, that was such a trying to take and take out the whole country, bring in the socialism and bring all this stuff in. And they've been very successful about making some lot of, but it looks like the jig is up to a point. If we can keep on it, and the American people will stand against all this.
If we can actually get the judicial system to work. If we can't get the judicial system to work, ain't nothing going to change.
Well,
and so, I mean, this is like, right?
We don't want to go to...
The number 4 hitter's up to bat, right? It's like the big boy's up to bat here. Are we going to get something done, or is it just...
And I know stuff takes time, don't get me wrong, and a lot of us are just, we're not going to be very patient. We're going to be very pressing and saying, hey, we want some results and we want them now. Somewhere, give us something. Give us a little something. And it's almost like, well, we got a little bit of this and a little bit of that and some of this and some of that. But nothing ever got on the plate.
Well, that's the way I am. That's what I said last week. I don't think that they're doing shit. I really don't.
Yeah, they're doing musical chairs.
I mean, bad as I hate to stroke it, all they're doing is stroking each other. They ain't getting shit done.
Yeah, and it's
stroking us.
Yeah, they're just appeasing us, ear tickling us to the point where it's like we're complacent enough, and it's buying them enough time. And it's further away you get from the scene of the crime.
And one of the things that really, like the whole thing with ICE, and I can't really take anything away from anybody, but, I see it in the Sentinel. Oh, my God, we arrested this one guy, and he was a bad, bad, bad guy. That's 1 out of 50 million people that are here illegally. You ain't doing shit to solve shit about shit about shit. It ain't shit. It's nothing. 1 guy out of 50 million. Oh God, we got a really bad guy. Oh, really? Why ain't they hauling these son of a bitches out of here by the semi loads like they came in here? Oh, we deported 23 of them. Really? Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know that I'm going to agree with you too much on that, because here again, a lot of them are self-deporting. They're giving them $1,000, saying, "Look, here's the deal. If you leave now, we're going to give you $1,000. Go back to your country."
So have you ever looked how many there actually are leaving?
I think there were 6 or 8 of them already.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, we're going to get there. So you ever tried to get to $1 million, 6 or 8 at a time? You're never going to get there, folks.
So I don't know what the particulars really are on it, depending on who you listen to.
Let's see what it.
But it sounds like, listening to the Trump administration, that it's taken hold pretty well, because people that came here illegally want to be here, but if they don't go back willfully, when they do when they try to be here legally, they won't. That ship's going to be, that's going to be shut down.
Hell, if you already been getting Social Security for 20 years, why would you want to leave? You wouldn't. You're not. You're not going to go till you're forced. What's $1,000, man? You know as well as I do, $1,000 in today's world ain't shit. It ain't shit.
So to go to Mexico, and it probably is a little bit more than here. I don't know what the.
It's going to cost you $1,000 just to get out of here.
Yeah, there you go. So they're trying to help them get back to wherever they got to go. But we'll see. I don't know.
This says by June 25, a senior Trump administration official reported over 7,000 people had signed up for self-deportation, with 3,000 confirmed departures. So that's why I'm back to, you ever tried to get to $1 million making $3,000 at a time? You're never going to get there. Ever. Never.
We just need to give up. Totally.
The math doesn't add up. What they need to do is they need to be deporting 100,000 of them son of a bitches a month, and then you're going to begin to get somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's I mean, part of the reason I have that feeling, I can't remember what this guy's name was, but he worked for one of them agencies, and he's like, man, I know where we can go get 3 or 4 or 5 semi-loads of them right now, but they don't want to. It's nothing but a psyop. Oh, we went and we got in there and we arrested at least 25 or 30 of them. Like, fuck. By the time it happens, America will, I mean, I've said
It'll be over.
The reasons why this is so important, and this is what this gentleman says, is because it'll change the census. If they're still here in 2030,
we're done.
The Republicans will never have another House seat.
Right. So the urgency in trying to get the illegals out is pretty important.
It's pretty important.
And I don't think they're dilly-dallying. It's just a big undertaking.
Well,
and they're not going to win totally.
They ain't going about it right.
So,
that's the whole thing. It's like trying to build a house, but I'm going to buy one 2x4 a day. Yeah, you're going to get there, but not in time to do anything.
So I'm hoping they have a little better take on it than that.
I don't think they do,
so
personally.
They just removed all of the benefits that they were getting.
Maybe. Maybe.
Well, there you go. So
maybe
who knows anything?
So that was the whole thing. We hear about all these Doge cuts, but now the man that was orchestrating all that's gone. So what are they really doing?
The guy that was, you mean?
Yeah, Elon.
The Musk?
Yeah.
He wasn't orchestrating how to implement.
All he
was doing was showing the cards and how bad it was.
If they knew what the hell they was doing and they really wanted to do it, they would have done it right then.
It doesn't happen just like that.
But it could have.
It
could have. It could have. It could have. You see where the money's going and you shut it off right then.
Well, no, I think a lot of that's taken place.
I don't think it is.
There was some of it that had to be done a little bit more delicate because some of it was taken care of a few things.
Well, that's back to...
So, I mean, you just don't want to be a bull in a china closet. You want to exercise and not blow things completely out of proportion to the point where, yeah, just throw it all out and we'll worry about it later,
I mean,
which is my attitude.
You got 150-year-old man, 150-year-olds that are still getting Social Security. Yeah, we'll just phase that out a little bit here and a little bit there. It'll be fine. I mean, that's what we're talking about. They ain't never going to get it done. Not like that, man. You have to go through and trim the fat where the fat is. You got a hold of the fat and you cut it off. As soon as you let go of it, it's gone. You're not going to get a hold of it again like that.
Right. So they know about it.
We know about it too.
Well,
what can we do about it?
They told us about it.
What can we do about it? About as much as they're doing. And that's my opinion, right? So all of this stuff, how long did it take them? Now they're just finally getting to the USAID. Why didn't they stop that when they first figured it out? That's what the part I don't understand. It's like, oh yeah, we know you're doing it, but well, it'll be fine. It's all right that you're over here. You're just
I mean, they're doing
that's my
blowing
opinion.
Smoke up our skirt.
That's my opinion of it.
This podcast is a waste of time.
This is not a waste of time. What they're doing, telling you about it, is a waste of time.
So if people are believing, because I'm hoping that the stuff that they actually took time to discover, and all the waste, fraud, and abuse. I just know it takes time.
It does, but it doesn't. That's what I'm saying. You got the hold of the fat. Cut it off. It don't take no time.
Right.
Soon as you think, oh, it takes some time, we'll get it tomorrow, you never get it. That's just the way the world works. You know that.
Well, in the political realm and in the upper echelon
and that's the whole thing. See,
It's not.
Let's get out of the politics. I'm not trying to get to politics. I'm trying to get results. Right. I'm not trying to let's play patty cakes, being politically correct.
If Steve Rorick was in charge, right? If Steve was in charge, now what position would that be? The president?
They would all be gone.
No, what position is that? Who is that? How does that work?
I'm in charge for my own world.
No. I'm just saying, if you had this task, you were served, and you found out, Elon Musk came in and said, "Okay, we're discovering all this waste, fraud, and abuse, and here's a line item."
You got all the smartest young kids and all the super AI computers. Why ain't it done?
And that's
Who else is going to do it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Who does that? Who actually makes it stop?
Nobody. That's what I'm saying. There ain't nobody making it stop.
So there's nobody
No,
it's just a train out of control.
Isn't it?
And we know
Look at your boy Billy Bob Biden, and that ain't a train out of control.
Well, nobody even challenges them. Nobody even shows up to challenge these
Shit,
people.
man.
But what I'm getting at is it's not just one person that says, okay, to beep, 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 done, bye. Okay,
It's the way it should be. So that's the way you operate.
That is how it can be done in the private sector.
That's how it should be done. With if you get the politics out of it and quit trying to be politically correct.
Or not even politically correct, just advantage yourself by not really being just to the point, upright, 100%, not worry about getting reelected, right? You don't worry about getting reelected.
You can't get
If you
can't get reelected.
Compromising.
Can't get reelected. You're already term limited.
So that's looking at it in a kind of a simple way, but
It's still the way that it is.
So it's not just Trump. Trump's not just by himself. There's Vance and a whole group of people that administration wants to be able to advance politically as the GOP.
Yeah, so basically what you're telling me, you're standing up for the same shit that you tell me every day that you despise.
I despise it, but you cannot not look at it like that.
I don't have to
That's
look
the
at it
rule.
like that because I don't want to.
Right.
I don't agree with it.
I don't either.
So I'm not going to stand for it. I want something different. I want results now. Not tomorrow.
Exactly. Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Tighten the
Pull
bolt.
out the
Tighten the bolt down now.
now.
Not tomorrow or not next day or not when the nut falls off and the bolt's gone.
Right.
But that's just...
And I wished it worked that way. I really do.
The thing is it does work that way for certain people. And that's what I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but I also know you better than that.
Oh, it's irritating me to no end. But I have to be realistic about it.
And that thing is I don't have to be realistic at all. Just because
Your
they're
expectation doesn't
just
have to
because they're a
change.
bunch of whoremongers doesn't mean I have to be. Did I have to like it?
No, we don't like it. I don't think anybody that's paying attention to what's going on, watching ICE get shot at by some of these people, and then watch the funding that kept going and trickling out instead of just getting shut off. Because you typically, that's how things happen. Is wait a minute, okay.
It's just like
There's a problem,
It's just
and
like
it's solved.
it's just like what you and I've been talking about forever. When you show up to the Marine cabin and you're taking care of business, you don't need anybody else there. But to try to think that Mike can take care of it on his own, it ain't happening, and it never will happen,
Right.
ever.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
right.
So
Here's the one thing that I notice about what's going on in the real world is you got to get it done right now. If it's not done within 3 days, a week, 10 days, 20 days,
the timing passes.
40 days,
The opportunity is gone.
60 days,
You don't ask the girl to the prom that you wanted to ask. Somebody else will.
because life is so fast paced.
And even if it's not fast-paced, it's a dog-eat-dog world. There's another person there that's desiring the same thing that you desire.
Right.
And if you don't take it and capitalize on it, you lose your turn.
Right.
It's just the way it is.
Right.
And so I'm back to, I mean, I hope for the betterment of mankind. Do I think that they're doing anything? No, I don't. I think they're just punking us. Blowing hot air up our skirt, man.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, we'll see.
So it's a hopeless situation.
If
'cause
they
this country's
actually,
not gonna
if
make
they actually, if they don't do anything to Obama, then you got it, pal.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This is like, are they going to do anything or not?
It almost just looks like a whole bunch of looky.
Another psyop.
But what's really going on?
What is really going on?
I mean, what is really going on?
Well, we know Clapper and Brennan, and we know them guys are all hardcore crooks, man. We know this. Mm-hmm. It don't take. Ray Charles can see that. So
how much intel do those individuals possess? How much intel that is so privy and so vital to the United States that they know things, if they were to tell someone else, it could really put a hampering on the country. So the blackmailing and the leveraging and all the little stuff, I deal in a very small scale of stuff. Nothing of that nature. Nothing that's vital. Nothing even close. Doesn't even come close to that. They're in a realm of such vital information where one person can say, you can't touch me. You touch me, this is what I'm going to do, because this is what I know. These people entrusted me with this position and authority and power, and I have so much power because of what I know.
So that's back down.
That to me is where we're at, and it is very devilish.
There's so many, and I totally agree, right? I mean, that's what leverage is. But for me, right, that's just something that I've always wondered and always pondered. As there's so many skilled killers out there.
And I think if they were unleashed, that's the justice we're trying not to have, but is probably going to take that justice. The Second Amendment's going to have to be
It's the way that it's
engaged.
always been all through history, and now we think we're all civilized to get above it. And but at the same time,
it's asinine.
All they're doing is lying. So that's what we talked about many weeks ago. Is there's no penalty for lying.
None. The tail is wagging the dog so severely here. It's off the map. But the consequences of having the technology, people in a position that took an oath, who were trusted, and got in a position of power and knowledge, and they turned on us.
It's as simple.
That's where we're at.
We've talked about this before, and
How do you get out of it?
You can't, because they think they're better than you.
Oh, it's not even a matter.
They're not gonna go down without killing.
Right.
They will die before they relinquish.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. I learned that long ago.
So that's the real battle.
That's the real battle. It's the battle to the death here.
And that's kind of
if you don't think it is, then you don't have a good grip on what reality is.
Right, and we're sitting there playing this kind of a Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, the whole thing is Bongino and Cash and all these people we had, you know, when they're going to be put in there, they're going to get some results pretty fast. We got this case. We know this happened. We're going to be bringing people in, and we're going to be doing all that. Nothing. I mean, so me being situational awareness person and being able to think for myself, just looking at that from that point of view, going, well, they went in there with the full intention to bring people to justice. I really believe that, unless they're just damn good actors.
Well, so that's so Cash, right? Cash wrote the book Government Gangsters. He knows all of these people.
That's what I'm saying.
So why ain't they already handcuffed in front of the firing squad?
See, that little why question right there leads me to believe that there is something a lot more sinister that's being held over them, going, really? You want to go there? Because if you go there, I'm going to do this, which is a lot worse than me being brought to justice.
That's back. Yeah, well, that's back to.
That's how the mess that it is.
Yeah, that's back to. I mean, being politically correct. You can't hurt people's feelings, and on a much more serious level, like what we just talked about. You're scared for your family or whatever, but yet you don't think that your family's at jeopardy by you not saying something.
No, and it's a double-edged deal there.
And that's what that's what it takes, folks. That's the whole root of the real discussion, and why we're even here is you have to stand up.
Yeah.
I mean, and now. Yeah, it's not about saving your life or your kids or whatever on this planet. It's about the eternity. And
well, and it's here and now.
I'll tell you one thing's for sure. I'm glad that it's not my responsibility. It would never be my responsibility because I would never put myself in that position. I don't want to police someone else.
No.
It's kind of why I don't want to do the commissioner deal.
Right.
Or why?
So here again,
that's not my personality.
Right. See, to me, it's not mine either. Not mine.
And that's why why we're able to sit here and talk about it. But that's what we're saying, folks. Is this is a battle to the death, right? They want us dead. If you forget about it's all about eugenics. They want you dead. And here we are saying, oh, but we exported 23 of them. We really worked hard. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure them guys, I wouldn't want to be an ICE agent one bit, man. I mean, boy, you want to talk about having to have a mental game to do that. God, could you imagine?
I can. The mindset that it takes.
All I know is I would much rather be. My personality fits the gangster side.
Right.
I don't care about nothing. If you're against me, you're going to perish, right? I'm not going to try to handcuff you and take you to trial. I'm going to blast your ass.
Right. And civilly and under the law, and the way they're having to do it, they're constrained as a republic. Everybody's under the law. So you can't just go gangster. You can.
That's why it's much easier to just be a gangster. And we can't, but Clapper can. Comey did. Brennan did. Obama did.
So those are people in high places that have very privileged information. They're
the ones that they're the ones that need to be taken down.
They do. And I think there needs to be a list of them generated with the documentation, with the evidence per each individual. For each individual, here's what you did. Here's what you did, and this is treasonous, or whatever degree of law breaking it is. And if it's, the thing is, you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater, and you kind of need to be able to do it within the law.
So here's a list that Dan Bongino let out a while back. So these are the people that they got on the list that started in 2013. So Ted Cruz, Donald Trump, Ben Carson, Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump, Ivanka Trump, Laura Trump, Melania Trump, Jared Kushner, Jason Miller, David Bossie, Samuel Clovis, Paul Manford, Jason Johnson, Carter Page, George Papadopoulos, Alice Stewart, Victoria Coates, Christopher Bourne, Jason Osborne, Christopher Christie, Don McGain, Michael Cohen, Michael Flynn, Alexander Jones, Jeffrey Sessions, Rudy Giuliani, Roger Stone. Them people.
So what is that list?
That's the list that the deep state, that's the list that Obama in 2013 started putting the pressure on him. That's why Alex Jones has been banned on every platform, and they still can't get him shut up.
So it's good against evil.
It's good against evil.
Against wrong, or it's American patriotism against people that are trying to take the country down.
Basically what it boils down to is a guy can never relinquish and he can never quit, right? You just can't stop believing and living living the righteousness, right? The guy has to be righteous, because the second you quit, I mean,
You're done.
Yeah, when you flip the light off, the darkness just comes
You're
right
done.
in. Poof.
You're done. So at the end of the day, I understand that there's realms, and I don't know exactly. I would like to know. I would love to be in that group of people that are warring against the people that are trying to take this country out. I would love to be intimate with that group of people. I would absolutely. I would. That would be like serving in the military, except it's not the military, but it's even more important.
So that's the way that I feel. What we were talking about last week with the center, the midway station, and where we're at, right?
Yep.
I would way rather know what I know and be in the position I'm in to be in Trump's front pocket.
Yeah.
No desire.
So where's the battle at? Where's the battle for this country? And if the country doesn't mean anything to you, there's not a battle. You know,
There you go.
That's the key.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of people
So the
find their resolve.
The battle for me is to become financially secure. If I had that, I don't need anything else. That's the only way that they can downtrodden me, and that's how they downtrodden most of us.
Right.
I mean, you're either sold out and you're a whoremonger, or you're basically so poor that you can't do anything but go to work.
Yeah.
Why,
Two classes.
yeah. Why haven't we put the pressure on Billy Bob Biden? Because we got other stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
Should already. If we had the time and money that Ann Barthrop's going, then we could fight against them.
Sure. I just know it takes time, and it takes.
So
takes doing. But
I know that it takes time, but it's one of them things, Jimmy. It's just like what I said a little bit ago. I know it takes time, but it only takes a certain amount of time, and it's just like what I just tried to say. What the time that it's going to take you to put the wall up, and the time that it's going to take the landowner to put the wall up. You can you can blow hot air up my skirt all day long and try to tell me, well, we need more time, and you're never going to get it done if you have all the time in the world.
So here again, you can absolutely have that perception.
It's the truth.
Oh, no, it is.
It's not a perception, it's reality. Some people just cannot get nothing done. It don't matter how much time they got.
It's not going to happen. And if that's what we're looking at in the political realm right now, and the battles that are going on, right?
That's where I'm at. That's the way that I honestly feel, that it doesn't matter how much time they got, they'll never get nothing done because they don't want to.
Right.
Some of them do.
Yeah.
But
it's just a
they could get it done if they wanted to, man. They could get all these illegals out of here if they want. You got facial recognition on every camera in the whole damn world. Don't tell me that you need more time. You don't. You need action. You got facial recognition of every human being.
Even the third world countries.
All of them.
All of that. Got it all.
Hell, the satellite can see the damn date on a penny on the ground.
Right. So everybody.
But we're not in a third world country. We're not talking about a third world.
People that came here from third world countries.
Seen them all.
It's
They know who they are.
Everybody there.
If not, if they don't know who you are, then what you doing here?
Well, there you go.
Just saying.
Just saying.
You're not on the list.
Right. So the ones that are getting Social Security and the ones that were getting handouts and stuff, it sounds like Trump signed that bill that says that's done. No more money for these folks. So that's going to be a little incentive too to maybe. Here's the problem. I just think they're putting enough pressure on it.
Here's
It
the
takes
problem.
time.
The problem is Trump can sign all the orders he wants, but when it has to do anything with money, Congress has to vote on it. So Trump can sign it till he's blue in the face, and there'll be nothing that ever happens without votes from the Congress. That's how the money is spent.
Yep.
And we know where we're at with that.
Yeah. So it's pretty much a lost cause.
With we need to
It is a complete, utter
we need
lost
to
cause.
we need to flip a rock over here at some point. We're all trying to flip a rock over, and hopefully somebody gets a rock flipped over that can start the landslide. Otherwise, it is a lost cause.
That's what I'm saying. And unless we start getting some momentum, really going in the right direction. And here again, who do you believe? You know, what reporting or I don't know anything for certain because I'm not there. I'm not eyewitnessing. I'm not everywhere. I'm not in 50 states going, okay, we got 70 over here in this state.
I know that. I know
90 in this state.
The people the most likely to believe are the ones that they try to censor.
Right.
Those
are typically the people
that'd be the first place to start.
Right. Exactly.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones would be one of the front runners.
He's the pinnacle as far as
He's the pinnacle.
I don't know
anybody.
anybody. I don't know anybody that's better.
Because he's been talking about it for years.
30 years.
And he's never changed.
They tried to get him to be in all that. They tried to recruit him to do all that stuff.
But he just keeps shedding light on the big picture, on what is the real battle, what's really going on.
Just like what was that big deal in California where they had all I can't think of something Grove, Bohemian Grove. Bohemian Grove? You don't know what that is?
No.
Don't you?
No.
That's where they expose all these politicians and all these, and they're doing satanic rituals and all that shit. And so, I mean, it's not just, I mean, that's the thing that the people, there's so many facets to this, folks. We're over here, we're like, well, Obama but he lied about Trump and Russia. These are all pedophiles and sex traffickers, child traffickers. I mean, they're so wicked. They're so wicked. It's like, when does all that come out? What
Right.
the American people your ears are too soft to really hear what's going on. We can't tell you what's really happening.
Well, who really knows what's really going on?
The little kid that's getting raped to death knows what's going on.
Right.
Just saying.
Right. Yeah.
Just saying.
Just absolutely. We know the illegal that's receiving some money knows that it ain't right, but they're taking it. The little kids that are being sex trafficked or putting into work farms and all that. Yeah.
They know.
So it's a heck of a mess.
It's a mess.
That's a job that it's going to take some real person that's real smart and knows how to get it done. It's going to take somebody that's smart, way beyond the people that are in position and authority right now. It's going to take a smart person to really boil that stuff down to get her done, like right now.
And it is.
And where are they? Where are them people?
Well, that's what you and I've been
That's the scary
talking
part.
about all the time. Where are they? Hell, why can't nobody do anything?
They're getting paid taxpayers' money to do something.
People can't.
Surely they're.
I mean, I know there's a lot of high quality people out there, but overall and all in today's world, people can't do shit.
They got to function inside the law for one. Well, otherwise, they're just as bad as a criminal. That's the way they think about it. To me, I think there's a time and a place where you got to take the gloves off and.
It's a dog eat dog world. I'm not gonna
Well,
you're not gonna run up on me and think that I'm gonna turn the other cheek. You come at me too close, and I'm gonna snap your neck. That's all there is to it. I'm gonna defend my kingdom.
So here again, the illegals that are here illegal. They're gonna possess that. They're gonna have that same.
Of course they do.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. I figured out.
How do you get them out?
That's the problem. It's like
they don't go.
They don't want to go.
It's like, how do you break up a bullfight? You don't.
Get the front end loader. You have to have something that has more power.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're dealing with 3,000 pound bulls, it's damn sure not your pickup.
No.
They will bend that son of a bitch to. You just think a head on's
done.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bye-bye. Yeah.
Dent the doors and the hood and the fenders.
Radiator's gone. Headlights are broken out. Windows are ripped off. Oh yeah. That'd be funny trying to break up a bullfight with a pickup.
Been there and done all that.
Yeah, that's
That's why I know. That's why I know that it takes a front end loader, because I've already been there and done it.
So there again, the knowledge and experience. We've never really been served this amount of immigration, this tide of, people coming into this country. What was it, 20, 30,000 a day or whatever it was?
I mean, so the guy that I was talking to said there was 20 million here before they even started coming in again.
Right.
Now there's at least 50 million. That's 20%.
I don't know that.
That's 20%. I mean,
somebody's coming up with these numbers. I don't know. I have no idea what to believe anymore.
I know.
How many do you really think you got? And then
That's the whole thing, is they
such a mess.
they can count it. The AI can figure it right out right now. You got enough computing power and enough eye power, satellite power, to count every last human being on this planet, almost simultaneously.
Really?
Yes. Guaranteed.
Who's got that power? Who's in charge of that? Is that Elon? The Muskie?
That's a good start. Whoever's controlling the AI, that's the smartest part of running this technology. Just like driving a tractor. It's just who owns it.
Right.
Who's in possession of it.
Right. That's the big deal.
And so it's there. There's enough horsepower to do it. Man, there's been enough horsepower to do that for
What is there, like 4 billion people on the planet?
There's 8 billion, almost 9.
Yeah. And we can track every one of them, just like now. Boom. That's pretty dang impressive. So trying to figure out who's legal or who's not legal, that'd be a whole nother ball game.
Well, and it is, but I mean, that's what... Okay, yeah, so you don't know this illegal alien, but you know that he's not an American.
You know he's not.
So it's pretty simple.
So
you don't have to know who he is. You know who he's not.
You know who he's not.
Out of here.
Yeah.
That's the same way with the cattle. They can count the cattle if they wanted to.
Right. Well, who does count the cattle? Is that the USDA people?
When they send you the stuff, when they send you the form that says that you have to comply and you have to fill this out.
Oh, gotcha.
And you think anybody actually is truthful on that? Ray Winter Livestock, the old man, you know what he used to say? They say, well, they wouldn't fill it out on a bet. No way in hell.
I never filled one out.
And they'd say, well, there's a penalty. He'd say, oh yeah, what's the penalty?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Right.
Don't give a shit. You think you're going to run up in here on me?
Right.
Get fucked.
So that's where being a real American and
standing
up as an individual, having your own modern day Tea Party. You know what I'm saying?
We don't fill the stuff out either.
But very, very few people are willing to stand up.
And that's
say, wait a minute, no. What's going on here now?
That's back to the whole thing of what we were just talking about. The people in power are probably not the right people for the job. The right people for the job are the people that are already doing the job. I already can run AI enough to count everybody. And I'm doing it for myself, and I'm making billions of dollars. I don't need the government. There's people that are plenty capable of doing things. Trump, I mean, you have to hand it to...
You mean the private sector?
Yeah. People that are not politicians.
So the private sector
call it what you... Yeah.
And help and get the immigrants out of here.
The private sector needs to get involved in everything, and that's what you and I are doing.
Absolutely.
All we can do.
Absolutely. No, we can do a lot better job.
I'm doing all I can do right here, right now, trying to expose what's going on and the thought processes of what's happening. I can't make a difference. I'm one single person. I can't vote anybody out. I can't change anybody's opinion, especially Billy Bob Biden. The problem is when you already have the mentality that you're better.
I don't know if that's where these people are at. I think they got
I know
an
it is.
agenda.
How do
They
you
have
think?
a
How do you
hidden
think?
agenda.
Why do you think that Israel is attacking Palestine? Because they think they're better.
I don't know that.
I do.
Okay.
What other? It's been happening for thousands of years, man. They ain't fighting over tiddlywinks.
Well, like you said, they're stronger. Are they winning? What are they doing? Got to be stronger.
They wouldn't be winning without the United States. That's for damn sure.
Right.
And that's back to. It's just back to. It's back to the old fashioned in the South and slaves. A friend of mine that I just got to know here recently, he was telling me about how his grandparents had a big farm back in Georgia, and talking about how one of the neighborhood little black kids came over and jumped in the swimming pool. Fuck, dude. You would have thought that you'd have killed somebody. Not ever allowed over here again, ever. That's people's mentality. I'm better than you because your skin color.
Right.
That's where we're at, right?
Right.
That's what a lot of this that's what the globalists think. They think they're better than us because they have money.
Well, they got the front end loader. They got that front end loader, man.
The thing is they don't know how to run it very good. So it's somebody like me is going to somehow climb up on the step and jerk them out of there, and then once I got control of the front end loader, then all that shit's going to go to the wayside. That's what I'm saying. It happens quick. It can happen real quick if that's what the. Otherwise,
It's just even becoming aware, the situational awareness of the battleground and the depth and the breadth of how evil things are. You know, and then what a common man is possessing and what he does on a day-to-day basis doesn't even entertain any of this stuff. Doesn't entertain one idea about the Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, deep.
No, of course not.
They don't even admit that the COVID thing was such a.
They want
thing.
to get you concerned about men having babies.
So there's just a handful of people that have somewhat of an awareness.
There's very few people that really know what's going on. That's what I'm saying. Probably most of the people that are in a political position don't know shit. Look at your county officials.
And I'm not going to say that they don't know stuff. I just wonder what's in their heart. And usually their action's going to define what's in their heart. And how they behave.
There you
Who
go.
are they serving?
There you go. That's what I'm. They
it's
think that
concerning
they're
to me.
better than you. I am smarter than you, and you're just a dumb plumber, Jimmy.
Well,
I don't represent your kind.
Well, I know. Yeah.
So there you go.
So there again.
Kevin Day.
Yeah, those are the things, when people say stuff like that, you really got to question what's in their heart and who are they serving. When you took an oath to serve me.
Thing is, they're serving nobody but themselves.
Well, exactly. So what are they really serving?
And so
there's a lot going on in this little
The thing
county.
about it is it's only one or the other.
There you go.
It's either light or it's dark.
So the selfishness and people getting in a position and planning and not really saying, oh, I'm going to take care of the constituents. What's going on? I want to have town meetings. I want some public feedback. I really need to know what's going on. So all that's. We couldn't even have a debate.
That's because
of the people that were running.
That's because a politician.
That speaks volumes.
A politician doesn't think the same way as a normal human being that doesn't care about that kind of shit. They just don't think that way.
So here again, the red flags are abundant. And what was taking
It's
place
all
here.
it's all red, baby.
The red flags are quite abundant on the actions that took place here in just this little small arena with, yeah. So I can't even imagine up there at that, in
Well, yeah,
that
'cause
deal. My goodness.
Imagine if you got the CIA and the FBI and all the horsepower in the technology they have circumventing.
And they're the ones that's supposed to be law enforcement and upholding the Constitution, and here are the ones that we're going to have to bring to justice.
Yep.
The American people are faced now with a takeover, a coup, that may come right down to, yeah, we
Don't
got
get
a
me.
Second Amendment.
I sure as hell
I
hope
don't-
they can get something done.
I'm hoping civilly things will come to justice, because it will be a bloodbath. Once this thing starts, it's not going to be pretty. It will start on a local level. Everybody the individuals that we know sold us out, it's going to start locally. I mean, it'll be county to county, state to state, and it will work its way right into, because all the people that show up in Washington come from the states. Whether you're a senator or a congressman, it doesn't matter. You got a state you had to come from, and you got to go back to that state. And the people in that state need to hold those individuals. That's where I'm going with this. Is we the people need to wake up.
Well, that's what Chuck's been saying the whole time. Hell, it's the American people.
It
The
is.
problem.
It's us.
Yeah.
We are they.
Yep.
We are there. And that's why I think the podcast, we're trying to encourage people to get involved. And who is your congressman? Who is your senator? And who is your, who are the people on the school board? What are the teachers like? And, there's a bunch to.
And what are your friends like? What's your kids like?
Well,
So my dad's
Well,
my dad's best friend. This is how it goes. So my dad's best friend used to be a Democrat back in the 70s or 60s, 70s, whatever. Back when Democrats, what they stood for, right? Just like the Degree brothers. Two of the most conservative people that ever drew a breath on this planet and were Democrat. Today, that doesn't fit. They're not Democrats. They're no longer Democrats. So his son wasn't in the military, but he is a hired gun, right? He's worked for the DOJ. He's worked for BlackRock. He's done all this or whatever. The private contractors, right? Hired guns, literally hired guns. Killers for money, right?
Yeah.
We go over there and we take care of business. This is what we do.
Yeah.
So my friend's sister, she's super smart, man. So she works for NSA. But her two kids are so liberal. They're so educated and so liberal that they're so far off of the way that their grandfather felt about things that it's astounding, right? It's almost like they ain't even related, right? It's scary.
Absolutely.
So
But fundamentally flawed. They
you
drank
want
the
to
Kool-Aid.
you want to talk about falling far from the tree. It's like, man, that apple got blown away by a hurricane, and it's like 1,000 miles down the road, right?
Yeah, and when you see 3 or 4 generations that are like-minded still, that the strong belief system and in that kingdom is passed down from generation, you have those strong families. There are really strong families. The ones that aren't strong, they're getting watered down pretty bad.
It's back to what we were talking about too. What influences a lot of that is you get somebody that thinks they know more. I'm better than you because I'm smarter than you and I got more money than you. That makes me better than you. That right there, that's vanity, right? It's this deadly sin.
It is, and I can see to the point where in a simple realm, you can conclude, oh, they just think they're better than you. I'm like, man, really? Do they just think they're better than you? They just share different convictions. They don't believe the way you do.
I mean, I dated a gal here a while back. She told me that 15 times right to my face. I'm better than you are. Oh yeah, then why are you here?
Well,
Then
yeah,
why are you here in my house? If you're better than me, then why are you here?
So there again, that's a. But what I'm getting at is a lot. I think people in the political atmosphere, somewhere along the line, they get influenced by somebody that's driving a particular agenda.
It's just like what happens with Bill Canda. He's a full bird colonel. He's used to barking orders. You're nothing but a pissant private. You ain't coming in here and telling me how the cow ate the cabbage, Nig. It's the other way around.
Right.
I am better than you.
Yeah.
Me over you. I boss you.
Right.
That's where we're at.
Yeah.
And that's the way he feels, obviously. I mean, that's easy to see by the way that he treats people.
Well, the position that he's in a fiduciary where you're representing people. It's not your private company.
He don't give a shit about fiduciary responsibility.
And that's what I'm saying. We have got foul because we've left ethics.
He already thinks he's better than you. He don't have to worry about the ethics. I was born better than you.
He wants that justice center so bad. Doesn't matter what the voice of the people said. There's a group, that whole cabal wants that justice center.
It's because they're getting paid.
And now what's going on is the prisoners that would usually go to the state prison from a county, you're found guilty in a county, then you go to a state facility, right? They're wanting the counties now not to send them to the state anymore. You can't come here. We're out of money. We can't house that. We can't do that. You're going to have to take care of them there. So watch our taxes and watch what takes place here in a few minutes. There's a lot going on and nobody's paying attention. Nobody pays attention. We're all too busy enjoying ourselves.
Well, it's one of the either you're too busy enjoying yourself or you're too busy working so hard that you can't make stuff happen.
And that's true. And that's exactly that. And they count on that. I mean, that is part of the trap that we're in, is the inflation has been...
It's been that way forever. That's what peasants... That's how the ruling class keeps control over the peasant class.
Yeah. Well, I remember back in the day, I think people were a little bit more... had a little bit more patriotism to them. They were definitely involved in local politics. When I grew up, I know there was quite a bit of that. And people were engaged as Americans.
Now, what I forget,
and they were smart about it.
I forget the day. What's the day when they switched to communism? They knew they couldn't take us over with communism, so now it's neo-communism.
Yeah.
That whole mind shift. Now we're not saying that one race is better than the other. We're saying you're racist against me.
Right. Super division. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be. I'm just hoping we get some kind of justice going.
I'm just hoping that we can get financially secure, because then we got time and resources to fight the good fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where we're at right now, we're down in the trench in the mud, about to get our head pushed underwater in the muddy water every other second. It's pretty hard to do anything down there.
Yeah, absolutely. I wonder how many of them Jews that Hitler took out that were well-to-do.
Most
that
of
had
them.
a lot of money.
There's a reason why the Jews still have the money today. Yep.
But them people had money and they still went to the stockade. They had a lot of money.
The people that had all the money, they got out beforehand. So probably
yeah.
a lot of people that went to the stockade, them were the poor ones. Yeah, tragic, man. No doubt about it. I mean, they got concentration camps now built all over the damn place. So all we need is...
Well, American carpenters and electricians and plumbers all built them.
And got paid to do it.
And got paid.
And they're happier than the pig in mud.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and build ourselves a trap over here. Come on. I'm going to drive the bus. I get to drive the FEMA bus. Well, I know where the camp is. I helped build it. Come on, get on in here.
That's the honoriest thing about the whole position. The leverage and the positioning of it is, I mean, essentially that's selling your soul. But you don't, a lot of times you don't even realize that's what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why I say, as ornery as my life is at times, and as complicated and as stressful as it is, wouldn't be anywhere else, right? I know at the end of the day that I didn't do anything wrong to anybody else, and that my conscience and my heart is clean, and that's all I care about. Midway station to here, right, to my brain, from the center of the universe to the midway station to my brain. That's all I care about.
And I think a lot of people are in that same mindset.
There's no other way to really go about it, because...
Right. And then it causes you really not to be the world and all the stuff that's taking place in the world.
It'll be what it'll be.
Yeah, you really have no influence over it. You just got to get along the best you can and hope for the best.
And
and neutralize any kind of...
Do what you can where you can. Hold the door open for the little old lady.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, with all that being said, I think that we probably...
Yeah, I got to get home and milk the cow before it gets dark with my broken toe.
Ouch. Well, folks, enjoy your evening. Till next week.
Yeah, getting involved, folks. Somewhere along the line.